Okay, I have my coffee now, so we could talk about Married to Medicine. I had to get that one video out for you guys about Tamar and them because I had to get that off my chest right quick. And I didn't like the way my voice was sounding on that last video, so I need to put this mic like this. I already said I didn't like the way that this mic kind of sits. Let me not talk too bad about the mic because Mercury is doing its thing in terms of communication and stuff like that. So I've been seeing the discourse online about Married to Medicine and Quad, and we already talked about Quad, you know, potentially, or not potentially, but actually leaving the show after two more episodes. And I didn't watch Bell Collective. I need to go watch Bell Collective. And I haven't reviewed Miami. I don't know what is going on, child. I need to put some lip dew on. I'm out here looking like Ashy Larry, looking like these niggas on the internet. Lips be looking like they rubbed a powdered donut on it, talking about what we want women to do. What we want women to do is. Okay, so let's talk about Married to Medicine. I took notes last night. I took notes last night. Um, so when are we going to meet Phaedra's partner? Because why is she on the show? Everybody said they knew her before. Of course they knew her. She's, in the social circles, in those particular social circles, doctors, lawyers, things like that. And then she's on television. I'm sure everybody knew Phaedra before she started on Married to Medicine. But I still feel like Toya wants Quad off of the show because she's not married. I feel like none of the women really have a issue with Quad, Simone, or Jackie, even Heavenly. I'm not sure. To me, I feel like, based on the dynamics of the show, it is best for her to leave. I wish she wasn't pushed out. I wish she would have been allowed to leave because Heavenly on her live was like, if you don't come to work, you don't come to work. Bitch, if I'm negotiating my contract, are you going to start doing a job before you negotiate your contract? Well, that's the part it's not a regular job. This is no, all jobs are actually contracted. All jobs are contracted and you're negotiating your contract. I'm not about to film and you done brought this on my fucking show, the show I was on from season 1, episode 1, and you bring him back with his big tooth bitch and then try to push me out. And then y'all really don't fuck with her. Y'all don't fuck with her. That girl's too young. Y'all got 20 years on this girl. 20 years easy on this girl. She can be any one of y'all daughter. Motherfucking Simone got a child damn near the same age as Tanisha, whatever her fucking name is. Tufisha. Girl, I don't like her. I'm sorry. I don't like her. And I don't like Dr. G. I don't. I don't. And I honestly think that based on the dynamics of the show, it is best that Quad leave. I just wish she wasn't pushed out. I wish she wouldn't have negotiated a contract. I wish she would have just at the beginning of the season said, "Yeah, you know what? You're bringing my husband and his new fiance on the show. I'm good." What? What, Maxine? Would you stop looking at me for? I don't have nothing to eat. Nothing. I don't have nothing. Nothing. Stop looking at me because I don't have nothing, girl. You better do your downward dog, upward dog. Come on, Maxine. She's getting her stretch in, girl. Don't be looking over here. I ain't got nothing for you, girl. Ain't got nothing. She come out the room like she didn't worked all day, so tired, looking for something to eat, girl. That's a mess. Anyway, so they're gonna come to California and they're gonna go to Sonoma County and go to Napa and be on the vineyards because Toya got her little wine thing coming out. So they all meet. It's Simone, Heavenly, Dr. Jackie, and Toya. And they're all sitting around and they're like, we haven't gotten together like this in a long time. Yeah, because Heavenly and Toya, we ain't forgot we ain't forgot how first Heavenly calls Toya stupid, Simone calls Toya stupid, Jackie probably thinks Toya is stupid, less than smart. Y'all have all had issues with Toya, but now all of a sudden y'all have these issues when the only person who really has an issue is Toya. You have a friend group where you have, you don't mesh well with one of your friends and y'all are always arguing and fussing and bickering and stuff like that. Girl, shut up. We ain't fighting or anything like that. We just don't mesh well. But I'm not going to say, oh, we have to get her out of the entire friend group, especially if she's friends with the other women. Y'all going to make some shit up. Y'all gonna make some shit up. She doesn't call us. She doesn't do this. The only person who legitimately should have a reason with with Quad is Toya. I can see her. I bet you didn't accuse me of bitch, when they show that clip talking about y'all need to be in a double buy because you stay on the move. Yeah. That's what y'all can't take. Y'all can't take Quad. That's the problem. Y'all can't take her. And I believe that Toya doesn't want her on the show. I don't know why Heavenly, Simone, and Jackie are coming up. But basically, they said she abandons the friendship, right? Now, I use the example of somebody leaving out of town. You have a friend who's moved away. She comes in town for a couple of weeks. Not everybody's as close to her as some of the girls in the group, but you don't kick her out of the group. Well, apparently, she doesn't call anybody. She's not really friends with. That's the reason why it makes sense for her to leave. I just wish she wasn't leaving in this way, right? Because you don't fuck with Toya. You only talk to Heavenly every now and again. Phaedra cut you off so quick. She said she gave you opportunities, bitch, when you wouldn't be on this show if it wasn't for fucking Quad. Like, girl, Phaedra ain't shit. Mouth still twisted up, looking like she done took a bite out of a fucking lemon. Face always twisted up, and she done put the girl to the side. Even on the way to Napa, they wanted Phaedra to bring Quad since she's been bringing her to everything else. How you gonna bring this new bitch in the group and all of a sudden I've been in the group since day one. Y'all got a new bitch in the group and then you asking her to bring me to events, girl? It's a mess. It's just the way that they're doing it. I just wish that Quad did not come back for this season at all because I just don't like the way that they're doing it. It makes sense. I'm gonna say this again. I think I've said it like 3 times already. It makes sense for her not to be in this friend group anymore. They obviously don't want her there. They don't have anything in in um in common with Tanisha. They don't. You see, the way that Heavenly is talking to her is the same way she used to talk to Toya. The same exact way she used to talk to Toya. You with this old man. You got an old man. You 30, what, 30, what'd she say? 33? I wrote it down here. Oh, 30. And he 55. Yeah, he's like 25 years older than her or something. And I'm sorry, I do not believe that Tafisha did not know that she had endometriosis and possibly had some fertility issues. Yes, I know women every day with endometriosis give birth to children. I know that women with endometriosis may not know they have endometriosis, even though their mostly identified symptoms are painful periods and things of that sort. Trust me, I was close to somebody for a very long time with endometriosis. She used to complain about her periods all the time. And then turns out when she was even able to get on her own insurance and go to the doctor, that's when she found out in her early 20s. You're not going to tell me that that girl who was actually searching and hunting for a older man, and here's a doctor, even though I know he was abusive and controlling, I'm still going to tell him I can give him something that I don't even know I'm able to do, because just because you have a pussy doesn't mean you can have a baby. And for you to think automatically I can give you what you want with some baby emojis and a bottle and shit, and then all of a sudden, oops, I didn't know if I could have children or not. That is getting married under false pretenses. If a man, you're Adonis, right? He's fine as shit. He's smart. Got a professional career, got all high IQ, emotionally intelligent. You wanna duplicate his DNA, and he's like, yeah, baby, let's get together. And he can't produce? Are you gonna tell me that you didn't get married under false pretenses? I don't believe it. I don't believe that that one woman did not know that she was going to possibly have fertility issues. You can't tell me that. You're going to tell me this is the first time in her life she didn't try to get pregnant or came up pregnant? You going to tell me that? A 35, 36 year mid 30-year-old woman? Girl, come on. We're not going to play those games. Yes, you out there may have endometriosis. Does not mean you need to identify and accept that a woman possibly lied to a man to get him to marry her so she can be married to a doctor. Girl, go away from me with this, Apollo. Go away. Y'all not going to get me to believe it. So as much as you want to identify with Tufisha because you have endometriosis and she has endometriosis and you have a baby and you were able to conceive, you're not going to tell me that that one woman was not misleading about her fertility with this man. So you're not going to get me to believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Honey, you trapped a controlling man. Not trapped, because he can exit the marriage when he wants to. But if she's willing to be a maid, he's willing. I hope she doesn't have issues getting pregnant, but it sounds like she may have some issues getting pregnant. And you promise this man you can give him what he wants. And what does he want? A baby. And all of a sudden, oops, you don't know. Girl, bye. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Y'all don't have nothing in common with this woman. Nothing at all in common with this woman. And you want to bring her in the group, honey. I just wish that Quad would have left a different way. That's the only thing that I have a problem with. It doesn't make sense for Quad to be there. She doesn't apologize to any of the women at the funeral home. She didn't. It left a bad taste in Phaedra's mouth. She did not take responsibility. And I don't know how Quad and Toya got along or why y'all can't get along. And she says, well, every time we kikied, it was at my expense. I guess she's talking about when she brought her, remember when she brought her that basket? When they was having issues with the IRS and she brought her a basket full of like canned goods and ramen and stuff like that. Y'all remember that? So she said it was at her expense. She doesn't reach out. It feels like she cuts me off when the cameras are down. Now, if you have a friend, honestly speaking, if you have a friend who abandons or like ghosts you every 6 months when you're not filming, again, why do you want to be here? I'm glad that Toya asked her that. That's a good question. Like I want to ask Candace that. Why do you want to be here? Why? What are you getting out of this except exposure? And baby, you have enough under your belt that you can go get exposure somewhere else. You can actually probably try to shop a deal with you, your mom, your husband, and your sister to Bravo and get another show while you subjecting yourself to this shit? For what? Why do you want to be here? Phaedra should bring her. We're going to give her an opportunity to show that she can be a sister, and we need to set the tone. This is the core four, is what they said. Heavenly and Alora are in the kitchen having a conversation. Alora comes in there with this blanket over her, talking about, ooh, it's cold, sounding just like Heavenly, looking just like Heavenly. She was like, okay, so they're talking, having small talk. And she basically underneath her, this blanket she has on a FAMU, like little track jacket, which is really, 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 really cute. And so, Heavenly is an alumni of FAMU. Shout out to the Rattlers, honey. She tells her mom that's where she wants to go. And that's, Heavenly went there too. She's like, you just want to be your mom. I should have named you Heavenly. She was like, I'm Alora. I know that's right. She said, I just need you to stand by me and support me. This is what I want to do. I want to go to this school. She was like, what you want your major to be? I think did she say biology? I think that's what she said. And then she was like, oh, you just want to be like your mother. I should have named you Heavenly. It was a cute scene. I like these scenes with Alora and Heavenly. Miles and Michael, and Cecil and Simone are going out to find a place, a condo for the boys, right? They're moving out of their home. She wants to look for rental property or investment property. So she's going to invest in a condo. It was like over about 300,000, which is actually, I feel like it's actually pretty good in Atlanta. A nice condo or whatever. She said she's going to kill two sons with one stone. She's a mess. Simone is a mess. So they talked about, they go and do a, a tour of the condo. It was nice, open floor plan. It said it was 324,000. But she tells her sons that they're going to have to sign a contract for the privilege of being able to stay in their investment property, right? Even though they have two houses, I don't know if they got rid of the other house or is it still an investment property because or maybe somebody stays there. Maybe somebody stays there and that's why they didn't put the boys in there. But anyways, because I know they have two houses on each side of town. But so they got this condo. She tells them she wants them to sign a contract for the privilege of staying there. The oldest son is going to be able to stay there rent free for a year. Michael is going to be able to stay for 2 years rent free. Nobody can stay overnight. Anybody staying two or more nights in a row need to start paying rent. Talking about the girls that they think they're gonna have over there. If you're not paying rent, it's gonna be grounds for immediate eviction. She was dead serious, and they were like, "Well, if we get evicted, can we move back?" She said in her confessional, they don't want, they're not gonna want to move back with me. I said, I know that's right. I think it's fair. I think it's fair. I think that 1 year for Miles, who's 25, 2 years for Michael. I think he's at 21, I believe. I don't know how old he is. But that was it. So on the bus, they get to San Francisco airport. They get on the Sprinter van. They all sitting on the van on the way to Napa. And Heavenly and Tanisha get into it. And she was like, basically, I don't like the way, I really wanted to celebrate your wedding with you. She was like, no, you didn't. You were talking shit about um, my wedding and whether or not it was going to last or whatever. And they were saying that they think she's a perfect match or whatever. Ah, girl. She was like, well, 50, 55 and 30 is a big age gap, basically. And it's not my fault your man is old as dirt. Did you hear? Girl. That's why she was in that group for other women who want to look. I don't understand it. I have never understood it. And I always attribute it to me having my father in my life, to me not being attracted to super older men. I do attribute that to the presence of a constant presence of men in my life, like my grandfather, my father, my other grandfather, brothers, cousins, uncles, like men. But I never looked. I never wanted to date a man who was my father's age. Girl, what? That's weird. That's so weird. 25 years older. My mother and father had me when they were 25 and 26. So I'm thankful for that. People run around based on my ideologies and views of men and assume that I didn't have men around me growing up. I did. I did a lot of men. And um, I think I will attribute that to me not being attracted to older men. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. Heavenly says she truly apologizes. And she was like, okay, I accept your apology. I'm just not going to confide in you anymore. Girl, I doubt that you guys are going to be asked back next season. I think they brought you on to give Quad the blues. Quad is gone. Why are you here? She said online that she can't believe, being a part of this friend group, that she would be treated this way. Those women are not your friends. You should be on a show with women your age. These are like, you're on the show with an old man and his old ass friend group, and you up there looking like stupid and shit, just looking dumb. Did you see how she knocked back that brown liquor when she got into the damn villa. The place that they're staying at is nice. Napa is beautiful. Sonoma County, period, is beautiful. I have a friend who went to Sonoma State just because of how beautiful it is. Just because it's so beautiful. It's really pretty up there. It's so pretty. Um, yeah, she knocked back. She's knocking back that liquor. I said, okay, all right, girl. Cheers to the girls' weekend, honey. So they get there. They are picking out their rooms. They didn't give a room to Quad because they didn't think she was actually going to come. We found out Phaedra changed her flight to avoid being on the plane with Quad. Do y'all believe that? That's really shady to me. As the way that you can flip that fast. If you and I have been friends since the length of the time that I've known Gregory, and you give me two opportunities to apologize to a friend group that you just joined, girl, and then all of a sudden you switch your flight so that I don't take the plane with you because you don't agree with the way that I handled the two chances you gave me. Phaedra is whack to me. She will forever be whack to me. Everybody says that Quad can't share a room with them. Hell no, 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 no. Jackie, no. I'm gonna tell you now, Jackie ain't She don't want to be in a room with nobody. I'm gonna answer for her. That's what Heavenly said. They go riding bikes. I love what Heavenly said. The new girl, she's not dumb, but we're all so brilliant, so it makes it seem like she's dumb. I loved it. They're getting massages. Letitia told Greg that Heavenly said she was gonna get worms from that old man. You are. You over there pulling and bopping and twisting on an old soggy, floppy dick. You gonna get worms. Your baby gonna come out looking old. That's what they say. The babies be coming out looking like old people. Your baby's gonna come out with his little glasses on and a little mustache and a little cigar. Looking like an old man. They was like, why did you tell him? I felt he needed to know because he goes to Dr. Heavenly for his teeth. But the funny thing, y'all be getting offended trying to think you're going to go back and tell this man that, yeah, she said you was going to get worms. He probably thinks that's funny. He probably thinks it's funny because you an old ass man trying to get with this young girl who promised to give you a baby. I can give you what you want with a baby emoji, girl. And all of a sudden, oh, I don't know if I could. I just found out when the show started, girl. You a lie. You was a lie. You're not gonna believe. You're not gonna get me to believe that that girl is not lying about it. Not lying. He goes to Heavenly for his dental work. I feel like he should know. They have dinner, bitch. When Quad walked to dinner with her Edward Scissorhands Wednesday outfit, Toya said, looking like a damn fool. Quad thought she was going to make an entrance. Quad is too flamboyant for this group. She really is. She's too flamboyant. She's too dramatic. She's too theatrical. That's why her and Mariah, they were both like the same. Like, they were both the same. So they finally got the girls off the show, honey. And this is going to be, you better go find you a chiropractor, girl. Don't you want to feel safe around your friends? Why do you want to be around this group? And it is a legitimate question. If you're not getting along, if you don't talk to us when we're not filming, when you come to the show, you're not really going to have an authentic connection because you don't talk to them, right? So in the example that I gave of a friend who lives outside of where the majority of the friend group lives, and she comes and visits, she still communicates with her friends when she's not in town, right? But when you're not communicating and you're not returning text messages, why do you want to be here? And I think it's a legitimate question. I do. Heavenly says she feels like she's being used. Jackie agrees that she feels like she's being used. Phaedra changed her flight so she didn't have to be on a flight with you. Girl, what? And Quad said in the group, bitch, you in this group because of me. And I believe it. Because, girl, why else would you be in this group? Your connection is to Gregory, and Gregory's connection is to me. And I'm on this motherfucking show. Um, Phaedra said she wasn't gonna bring Quad to events. Bitch, how the fuck you gonna bring me to an event? I've been here since season 1, episode 1. You can't bring me to shit, bitch. You couldn't bring me to a motherfucking thing. I don't know if Quad and Heavenly, I mean Quad and what's the lady's name? Phaedra are cool, but for her to flip on her after knowing her for all those years and all of a sudden be like, well, I don't want to bring her anymore because the 2 chances I gave her to be accountable and responsible for shit that occurred when I wasn't even here, all of a sudden I can't fly with her anymore. Phaedra, ugh, whack. You disappointed Phaedra. Um, Gregory said that him and Phaedra dated, but he couldn't do it because Phaedra was asking for $4,000 a month. She said, "Girl, that's what he said." I mean, I'm. And then she asked Tanisha, "Did he say anything like that to you?" She was like, "Not like that." He said, "Y'all went out on a date, though." Yeah, they went out on a date, and she was like, "No, little leprechaun in a Mini Cooper. No, thank you. It's not worth it. I'd rather go get me a felon and on an air mattress while he has his ankle monitor on than to be with you." Girl, he couldn't give her $4,000 a month. And then she said, "My purse is worth 10,000. Why would I want 4,000? Who wouldn't want $4,000 a month from a man, girl? Anybody. $4,000 a month from any motherfucking body." Shut up, Phaedra. I do not like Phaedra. You keep saying we're sisters, but they get into it. You keep saying we're sisters, but we only see you, we only hear from you when we're filming, and I'm sick of your shit. And then Quad said, "Well, I'm sick of your shit too." So I guess they're going to get into it. Nobody else is going to get into it because you truly don't have Simone. Jackie's not going to go back and forth with you with the elevated voice in conflict. She's not going to do it. Heavenly is going to do it because you're the closest to her. Simone's not going to do it because all y'all are going to be doing is yelling. And Toya doesn't. She's like, "Girl, talk to them because it's over between me and you. I ain't got nothing to say to you." And to me, I feel like that's legitimate. I do. Now, if Quad had, strong foundational relationships with Heavenly and Jackie and Simone, which she doesn't, that would support her staying and like being like, "Girl, just because one person doesn't get along with me doesn't mean I need to be, banished from the friend group." But because Quad does not maintain or put effort into the friendships, they don't either. I don't believe that Jackie calls Quad. You can't get me to believe that. I believe Jackie calls a Heavenly and maybe Simone. Jackie is never going to call Tanisha. She's never going to call, what's the other one? Toya. Jackie don't call Toya. So the effort that you want Quad to put into the relationships, y'all don't even put the effort in anyway because y'all don't really fuck with Quad like that. And that's why Quad needs to leave. That's why Candace needs to leave. Wendy needs to leave. Where you are in a friend group where the people are, it's not real, it's not authentic. No one should be there where there's not an authentic emotional connection. They tell her next week, "We don't have an emotional connection to you." And so basically, we want you out the group. They did Mariah the same way. They did Mariah the same fucking way. Jackie didn't like Mariah. They didn't like them two loud ass flamboyant girls. They didn't. They didn't. But we'll see. So who? Okay, we'll see what's gonna happen next week. But she said she was sick of. "I'm sick of your shit." And that was the end of the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.